Hello and good morning, my friends. I am Mother of Valor, and it is week 3. We're in the middle of week 3 in my tiny living adventure with my daughter. And we're really starting to settle into a nice little groove and learning, like the real limitations and realities and freedoms of tiny living with a toddler. And I definitely think that it's not for everyone, but if you think it might be for you, definitely go for it. As I've said lots and lots of times, I love the simplicity. I love having like only the basics and only what I need. It's just a simpler, more streamlined life, and I happen to be someone who needs very, very little. What I need is the beautiful outdoors, and my daughter's the same way. And our little routine wouldn't flow nearly as well if we didn't have essentially a community right here. I am in my travel trailer parked on 6 acres, and then in the house on this land there is a couple, their 16-month-old daughter, and then they have a roommate, and then they also have temporarily a sister staying there with their 4-year-old. And it's been so perfect. And if I didn't have it set up just like this, I don't think I would have made it on my little adventure, because that trailer isn't like, it's great. Like, Valor and I have enough space and we're comfortable there, but we are outdoorsy kids, and because we have a beautiful space to roam, our trailer isn't a small area, because everything that's around it is ours. We go for long walks and we spend time outdoors with the chickens. So if I just had the trailer parked somewhere that wasn't an inviting environment, then I'd be kind of screwed. I think I'd be like, this was a horrible mistake. But because I essentially have a community next door to me, this has been better than ever imagined. And I could imagine, how fun it would be to have a few trailers on one beautiful piece of land, maybe a few single moms, and having a community, because this is how our daily routine goes. We wake up, we watch a little bit of our favorite cartoon, Sarah and Duck, and then I usually mosey on into the house with my daughter and everybody else. Well, by everybody else, I mean the person who owns the house, and then her sister and their 2 children are usually up and around having coffee, and I have coffee with them. The kids hang out for a little bit and burn off a little energy. And then we go outside and we just put Valor and the other kids in the chicken coop, and they chase chickens for like an hour. They go in there feeding them and playing with them and carrying them. And then when everybody starts to get a little bit cranky and everybody's had breakfast, I put Valor in a stroller and I take her for a long walk through the woods behind me. We have a great stroller here, and they have mowed paths, so there's really beautiful trails to follow. And then, if I'm lucky, Valor goes down easily, and then I have time to come to you with my videos, which have been sparse of late because we've really been resting and settling, and now we're feeling really rested and settled. We have a nice routine, and I'm loving it. And the funny thing is, Valor's father and I were great friends. And when we decided to go our separate ways, I had been a stay-at-home mom for 2 years. And the fear for me was, first of all, I've never been alone in my life. I went straight from living at my parents' house to living in my husband's house. And so it was a big deal for me to just be independent, period. And it's been a great experience. Like, there's a bit of like self-confidence that you really can't have unless you find out that you can make it on your own. And I have that now. And so I'm really grateful for this experience. But obviously I was afraid of being able to provide, because it's easy to trust for yourself. It's not easy to trust for yourself and your very vulnerable 2-year-old. And so I was afraid I wouldn't be able to provide. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to be independent. And I was afraid that I would be lonely and overwhelmed. And just to tell you how much of fear is a liar, I'm way more supported and satisfied and content than I was when I was in that privileged position of just being a stay-at-home mom. This whole it takes a village thing is true. Like, it's so much easier to raise my daughter with a tribe of women and children. None of us have to be pushed to the brink. There's always someone you can tag in, and it's incredible that we have these expectations on ourselves as moms to be perfect and calm all the time when we have zero time to ourselves. So I am enjoying my solitude and my independence. I am feeling more supported and happier and balanced. And I have just had my first sort of preliminary interview with an airline position, which is my dream, because there's a lot of you people that I really want to go visit. I want to go see all of you that I've felt so supported by. And so we're still kind of coasting on my savings, and I'm not sure when that first job is going to happen, when that first paycheck is going to happen. So everybody who's contributed to my GoFundMe, like, thank you so much. You've given us so much security and peace while we are processing this transition, and that we can actually rest. So thank you, everybody who's contributed to my GoFundMe. And I'll pop it in the link, I'll pop it in the description of this video. I know a lot of you have been asking about my GoFundMe, and those donations are so freaking appreciated. You don't know how much peace of mind that it has given me, that I just have that backup bit for, if it takes me a little longer to get a job than I want. So just thank you, and I'll put that in the description. And so everything that I was afraid of was a total lie. Everything that I have has made me happier and more content and more supported, and fear was just a liar. And I'm just really loving this community that I have. I'm loving this space that I've created. I get to read now, like at the end of the night, because we can tag team each other for support. At the end of the night, I still have energy left to read. I don't go straight to bed. I have so much more me time, and I'm really enjoying redefining community, redefining my life as it's not just me and my partner. My life has room for so much more, and I don't think I ever want to not live in a village ever again. I like my solitude a lot. I like being alone. Hopefully that plane's not too loud. But there's a community right outside my door. It's just perfect. I have landed in a perfect position, and the love behind me was so much greater than the fear ahead of me. And all I can say is every woman deserves a community. Every woman with a child needs a village, and I don't care how great your relationship with your partner is. you will benefit greatly, bugs, you will benefit greatly when you discover your village. And I hope that you find your village. I hope that you find your support. I hope you find the ease in parenting that you deserve, because when you have a community, when you have a village, nobody's getting maxed out. Nobody is going past their point of no return. Nobody is melting down, well, except the toddlers. And my wish for every single woman out there with a child is that you would find your community and feel secure without feeling contained. I wish you freedom and stability and security and connection and community. This is Mother of Valor, signing out.